First day of school and I don't know anyone. Great. She looks nice. Maybe I should ask to sit with her. Abort, abort, abort. Wait, what am I even doing? Stacy, stop being a loser and go and sit with her. Okay. Hey. Watching this video right now, you're scared. Terrified even. And not just about the global pandemic that is currently threatening normal life as we know it. No. You're afraid that come this fall, when you started a new school or study online, if you even have that option, you are going to be friendless, alone. Trying to make friends in normal circumstances is hard. Like for the average person, I'd probably say level 5 difficulty. But we're already on level 12, and for most people, school hasn't even started yet. Between all of the new social distancing regulations and trying not to get sick while also trying to keep our mental health up, back to school 2020 is not going to be like any back to school season we've had before. Luckily for you, I have just the tips to make making friends this back to school season easy. Less terrible. The first tip I have, which I hope is pretty obvious for the circumstances, is to wear your mask. First of all, we're going to want to wear our mask to help protect ourselves and other people and slow the spread of the virus, obviously. But wearing a mask can also help you make friends.
Now hold on, girl, how is wearing a mask gonna help me make friends?
Listen. One day, if you're not trying to wear your mask, I will promise you, you're going to be sitting alone in class, minding your own business. Maybe you're even taking a test. And then you're gonna start coughing. And people are gonna start looking at you like, what the hell is this? And it doesn't matter to them if you say,
oh, it's allergies. There was something in the air. It was dust.
No. People are gonna get scared. And you're going to scare people away. So wear your mask. And since we are going to be wearing our masks, for the quiet people, this is your time. This is your time to speak up. As you may have noticed during your coronacation, masks can kind of muffle sounds. So for people who already have quiet voices, you're going to have to be extra loud. It's always awkward when you're talking to someone and you can't hear what they say and you're like, I'm sorry, what did you say?
I said I had a pretty good summer vacation.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
I said I had a pretty good summer vacation. Like I was saying, it was a pretty good summer vacation. And we went to see the ponies. And we had a lot of fun.
Being able to hear someone is part of the fundamental parts of a conversation. And it's just easier to continue a conversation if you can hear that person. So speak up, because you're gonna be wearing your mask and we are gonna need that volume. The next tip is that if you want to make friends, you're gonna have to look the part. And by that, I mean you're gonna have to look like you want to make friends. So this means don't just scroll on your phone, looking down, looking mean, because you're gonna look unapproachable. And this goes the same way with body language. Make sure that you sit up, because the only thing that people are really going to see, hopefully, are your eyes. So as Tyra Banks would say, smize. Smile with your eyes. So you can be as approachable as possible. Some of y'all think you're comedians, and you know who you are. You like to play around, but it's not the time. It's not the time to start being like,
COVID.
no, it's not the time. It's not funny. Find some new jokes. Go to a new comedy club. Find another shtick. They say laughter is contagious, but so is the coronavirus, so you better find something else to make jokes about. In all seriousness, it's important to just be sensitive about the coronavirus. Some people have had it. Some people have family members that have had it, or that do have it. You don't know what people are going through, so just be mindful of that. Also, if you're trying to make friends, it's not the way to start making jokes and trying to make people feel bad low-key about having had the coronavirus or having been around people who have had the coronavirus. Because you're not gonna be funny. You're gonna look like a jerk. You're gonna look mean. Don't look mean. This tip is specifically for the people that are going to college, like me. Even though it may seem like the best opportunity to do so, I know a lot of colleges, even though they're letting people go on campus, a lot of people are still going to be taking their classes online because that makes sense. Do not isolate yourself. Do not hole up in your room. Because guess what? If you want to make friends, no one is going to start knocking on your door trying to befriend you every single day. It's just not going to happen. If you're trying to live like a hermit, you're going to be like a hermit. Which brings me to my next point. I don't know who needs to hear this, so I'ma say it. You are not Gabriella, and this is not High School Musical. You are not gonna be able to just start walking down the halls with your cute little mask and your little books and expect that people are just gonna randomly start talking to you. No, you have to be that person. If you think that someone is cool, reach out to them. Literally, there is no excuse. Even if you're online and you're not sure how to reach out to people in person, we have technology. We can literally go to someone's DMs, or if you have their number, go to their little text DMs and see if they pass the vibe check. And if they do, boom, a new friend. And if they don't, you're just gonna move along on your little merry way.
But Jade, what if things become awkward?
A little awkward is not gonna kill you. It's not. If things really become unbearably awkward, like I said, you're just gonna move along on your merry way and try the next person. And eventually, you're both gonna forget about that awkward moment as though it never happened. Consistency is key. I've made a lot of really good friends this way. If you see someone that you want to be friends with and you keep approaching them and you keep trying to make conversation with them, eventually they're going to start opening up to you as they get used to you. As people, we like routine. There is a time where there was this guy that I wasn't really close with. We were just acquaintances, but I made it a point to say hi to him every single day. And one day, for whatever reason, I just didn't say hi to him when I passed him in the hall. And he was like, hi? Because he got used to the routine. If someone is really as cool and nice and as chill and fun as you think they are, eventually, if you are consistently approaching them, they're going to come around. Of course, if you are consistently approaching them and they are consistently giving you weird vibes, you can just hop off of that and move along to the next person. Do stuff that you like, but in public. If you like to draw, draw. If you like to dance, dance. If you like to read, read. People are going to see what you're doing and they're probably going to approach you about it. Especially reading or drawing. We've all been there. I know you've been in the zone and all of a sudden you've heard,
Hey, can I see what you're drawing?
I think people just like interrupting the piece. The point is, doing stuff that you like in public can attract people that like the same things. But remember, this is the pandemic edition, so if you're showing them your stuff, make sure they keep 6 feet away. This is such an important tip. Ask people questions. People love talking about themselves. I love talking about myself. I love hearing the sound of my own voice. And I'm sure that you do too, at least the talking about yourself part. But what can I ask? Example questions may include, what are your favorite shows? What did you do over the summer? If anything, because Corona. What's your favorite animal? Do you read? And if so, what books? Of course, you should actually be interested in what you're asking. Don't be fake.
I mean, they do say to fake it until you make it, so...
Maybe a little fake. Okay, maybe you don't want to play 20 questions with someone you just met, but you find yourself on the receiving end of a question and you're like,
I want to continue the conversation, but I'm not sure how.
Ask the question back. One of my biggest pet peeves is the after question pause. So what's your favorite animal?
My favorite animal is a wolf because one time I had a dream that I was in trouble and a wolf saved me. Oh, and since then I've loved wolves. I have posters of wolves. Everything is just wolves, wolves, wolves.
Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah.
So my favorite animal is a tiger. Remember, you're having a conversation. You're not performing a monologue. Respect people's boundaries. This is super important always, but I think especially important right now. Some people don't like hugs. Some people really like hugs. Some people don't like it when people are all up in their grill. Some people love to be all up in people's grills. Some people are really unaware of these things. Has this ever happened to you?
Let me tell you about my rock paper. So So the thing is, like when I had it before, it was like real cute. You know, I had the deep bed and then I had the more big rock. But I didn't like collecting more. I used to collect more for like gas stations and stuff. But that's just gravel, so I got to like, you know, outside of Red Monster. Those rocks are, they're actually really pretty.
In normal circumstances, not respecting people's space may make them feel some type of way about you, but probably won't be a deal breaker. In these corona times, however, it can be game over. This is a general rule, but especially now, don't shoot down people's ideas and concerns. I hate being in situations like this. I have a great idea for this project. That idea is stupid. Like, actually dumb. Or, you know the show Kipo? I love that show. That show is so cringy. Like, ew. Oh, okay. Or even, yeah, so about that party, I can't go. I actually don't want to help spread the coronavirus. Are you stupid? One party is not going to ruin your life. Please don't go to parties. Please, please. It's not the time. It's not the time. But people have legitimate concerns that you don't even know about. Maybe they have an immunocompromised family member or friend. Or maybe they just validly don't want to get sick. Little comments of invalidation, even if you don't mean it, can severely affect a potential friendship. It be the little mean things that make the biggest difference. People are like elephants. They don't forget. Common friendship misconception is that you have to have everything in common with someone in order to be their friend. I don't think you have to have anything in common with someone. One of my best friends is the complete opposite of me, but she's still my ride or die. You don't have to have things in common with someone to be their friend. You could just enjoy each other's vibes. People deal with you out of their own issues. The girl that glared at you from across the room in math class, maybe she just broke up with her significant other. Or maybe she just had something in her eye. Or maybe she has mean mask face. Side note, mean mask face is a very real thing. For example, I was in Petco, dancing in the cashier line as I waited for my mom to buy something, as I do, when I turned around and I saw this man with a bandana and we made eye contact. I don't think it was intentional, but he looked scary. Mean mask face is real. The point is, don't jump to conclusions. Don't write someone off. Don't start writing them down in your scary little notebook. They're probably doing something a certain type of way, not because they hate you, but just because they were going through something and those feelings bubbled up to the surface and they were right there and you were right there, so they just appeared. They might even come to you later and be like,
oh man, I'm so sorry. I was really dealing with this thing and that's why I acted like that. I'm sorry.
But of course, if they act like that all the time, that's just toxic. You can just cut that out. It's a no for me. It's a no. But just don't jump to gossiping about someone because you might find out that all that trash talk had no basis. The last tip is an oldie but a goodie. Be yourself. Don't try to become someone that you're not to try to appeal to someone else, because I promise you, people are not thinking about you like that. Oh, you don't believe me? Well, let's test this out. Think about that person. You know that person that you just don't vibe with. Maybe they're a little weird to your standards, a little quirky, a little different. Maybe they're not crazy, or maybe they are crazy. But bottom line, you just don't vibe with them. Think about that person. Now riddle me this. When you get home, do you spend all your time thinking about that person? If you said yes, no, because you have your own stuff to deal with, as does everyone else. So be yourself. If you are yourself, you'll be able to attract the best friends for you. It may take some time, but it'll happen. It'll happen. Cheesy last tip, I know, but it's true. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that it helped you in some way in trying to make friends this fall. You can do it! You can do it! So get ready for season 9 of 2020. The storms are brewing.